Okay, we're recording. So right now I am logged in as you. At the top right corner, you'll see your email, the education email.
Okay.
When you log in. When you log in, this is a platform that you will see. Right now, at the moment, you do not see your website is published because we're not ready yet. And once we are published, you will see your website URL posted and it will be green published. So that'll update eventually.
Okay.
If you were to have multiple websites with us, you would be able to move back and forth between your websites at this top right corner. Since you don't, probably not a button that you'll be using.
Okay.
At the top right, we have stats as well as the left-hand side. So either one will work. It will take you to the statistics. As you start to, once the website's published and as people visit your website, you will see statistics happen and be collected as to those who view it through the desktop or laptop, or those that view it through the cell phone or tablet.
Okay.
You will be able to see it in the last 7 days, 30 days, even yesterday. So those are the three options I believe you'll be able to use. I believe Google Analytics, I'm not sure if that's something you're interested in. They also can track your website. I believe it's free for nonprofits. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But that's another option. If not, it's right here. It's probably not as in depth as Google Analytics can be, but here
Yeah, but it's just a nice little mini overview. I'm not hugely concerned with metrics at the moment.
Awesome. So in the website, you will actually have forms that you can use from the website. You can create a form and it'll be embedded in the website. The one thing that we do recommend though, because I believe you have online giving with us. Yes. So
we do.
We recommend that you don't use these forms on the new website because they just collect information. They can't collect payment. Another thing is you cannot view them as a PDF file. You can only click this button that says export to CDS. So it'll download all the information for you. So if it's a contact form and you don't mind, then yes, you can use this. And I'll show you what it looks like in the website. But with the OSV forms, you can collect payment. So I do see here that you guys have some archived and it looks like you guys have used those. So you know that you can void the transactions, you can refund the transactions, you can click on the individual and actually see what they selected. So
yeah,
$100.
Real quick, Louisa, forms is for things like the registrations for religious ed or for the parish or something like this. It was our Advent giving tree.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So anything that collects payment or not even collect payment, but if you want to use, so if you wanted to create a contact us form where they, new parishioners, they want to get involved and get contacted by the church, you can do that through this as well. So it doesn't just have to be those that collect payment. We have templates already. So communication, update card.
Where are those? I didn't see where you grab that. On the left. Okay. Yep.
And then I'm in the forms right now on the left-hand side. So when you log in, this is what you will see. I'm logged in as you right now. You see giving and forms, the dashboard. You can view forms or you can click on forms. Right now, you do have two forms that are archived, so they are both not live and cannot be used, but you can create a form and make it live. So that's where I clicked.
Okay. No, I get that. Real quick, when you came in, when you logged in as me, it said something else on the left. When you were on the very home page, let me see. I thought it said something like stats. Why is this
the dashboard?
Different? Oh, yeah. Was that the dashboard? No. No, when you logged in, when we first started, on the left, it only said three things. It said stats and... Remember, and you said, why does that look different on the left? Is this the home page?
So this is not the homepage for the websites. This is the OSV hub.
The OSV hub. How did you jump to that from where
I have the tabs open.
Oh, across the top.
Yeah.
All right. How does the OSV hub interact with the website?
So when you create a form, you get a link. So
if you go back to the website, please, and show me where you click to jump to the
I didn't. So you would have to go to osvhub.com.
That's separately. So that's just a separate login. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what that has to do with a website. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of using these forms, we're just showing you where you would go to use for the OSV hub forms.
OSV forms at the hub. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. And then they show up on the website. How do you bring them in?
We can do that in a second.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
Go ahead.
We'll go through that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So for example, if you were to use the forms from this website, this is where you would see the submissions. So in the website, if you want me to, I'll write a note and we can go over that in the website. But when you create a form, they will submit it, and that is where the submissions, where you will see the submissions. So I'm going to click on edit to get into the website.
Okay.
And I know the contact us usually has a form. So this is what it looks like if you use the forms from the website.
Okay, got it.
So they would just write their name. It looks like they can already fill it out.
Sure. We have that now.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So another place. Before you go to edit your website, you can preview your website. So this allows you to actually interact with the website. You get to see it in the desktop, tablet, and cell phone view, and actually click on the pages and it'll take you there. So I can go to giving and actually interact and see what it looks like. I can actually click on the desktop, tablet, or cell phone,
right,
and actually look. Another thing is, for example, if the pastor needs to view the website, or let's say he wants to view it in the iPhone or view them all together, when you click on each one, you will get a link, and you can actually copy and paste this link and send it to someone that needs to view the website, someone that doesn't have a login. So
okay.
That way they can view it and they don't have to have a login to log in.
Cool.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Preview button. So the preview button, and then we'll click edit. I'll go back in again. So now I'm going to start from the top and show you what each button does, and then we'll go from the left-hand side. So as you can see, when I click edit, I actually am viewing the website right now. In Radius, that is the difference. You would have to go to pages.
Yes.
And you cannot see what you are doing. Right here, this is the font.
Exactly.
This is how big, this is what the button looks like.
Yeah.
So as you are making changes, you are making changes to the website.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's more like, real-time editing.
Right.
That's great.
Exactly. So there's 3 places on this platform where you can view the tabs. So this top left corner, if I click on newcomers, it'll take me to newcomers.
Okay.
If I click on the actual navigation bar, it'll take you to Our Faith, and on the left-hand side, pages. So these are called pages. And if you click on the home page, it'll take you to the home page. So those are 3 places that you can navigate throughout the website.
Okay. Up above, on the page itself, and on the left. Got it.
On the left. Yep. So these are called pages. These tabs are pages. Registration is a page.
Go ahead. You're able to bring over the structure we have now, right?
We will bring in the content. So if you want all of these tabs.
And the menus, yeah. Yeah, I
We
mean, we may redo those and not have so many. Sure,
Right.
sure. Yeah.
But we will bring in all the information.
Right,
Yeah.
and you'll have those same tabs across the top, and then I can shovel them into 2 or 3. Okay, yeah, okay.
So, yep, as you can see, the navigation will look different. This is just what the template comes with.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I just wanted to double check, because I don't want to have to redo all that navigation.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I'm right now on the desktop, view and edit. This is where you can edit and view each platform. So this is the only place where you can go to desktop, tablet, and edit the tablet view. When you are adding something to the desktop, or if I add a button to the tablet, it will go throughout. But for example, if this or the welcome was way too big for the iPhone and you were to downsize it specifically for the iPhone, the font size, it will just change for the iPhone.
Okay.
So the settings, anything that you change, when I click on it, I can change the specific settings to make it fit the specific platform, and it'll stay for that platform. Because you'll want to go throughout, I think, the online giving. Let's see here. When I clicked on the tablet, that looked good. You're going to want to just make sure and it looks appropriate.
Text is wrapping appropriately and so forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Over here, you will have the search bar, search the editor. Here you can find articles if you are needing some help articles. If you want to, this is for widgets, so it'll add the widget, and we'll see, I'll show you what widgets are. But this is if you need any help navigating through the website as you are adding things. Of course, if you need any help and this is not helping you, you have our number and you have our email church websites. So we are still always here to help with any edits. At the top next to it, you see the icon. This is a place where you can just view your information. So once we have the site published, you'll see that change. Preview link, here is the second place where you can copy that link and send it to those that need to see the website without having a login. Just copy and send them the link. Another place for you to view the statistics while you're inside the edit page and not before once you log in. Clients, there are specific settings that we have. So I'm logged in as me right now. So that's why we see clients. You actually don't have this. If you need to add anyone to the website, just let us know. There are specific settings that we have to, it's a little bit different. So we will add them and we will make sure that those are maintained. If you are a Spanish speaker, you can go to editor language and change it to your designated language, and it'll change these settings all throughout for you. So pages, so it can correspond to you. Next is comments. So if there was multiple people editing the website, you can click on this little comment button. And on the right-hand side, we have a little pop-up. So it goes away, it comes back. You can add comments with each editor. So within the editors, you guys can leave comments behind for one another. So if I click on add comment, I can click anywhere on the website and I would ask, hey, Mary, does this look good to you? And you can submit, leave any, photos, documentation, as in forms.
Yeah, I wouldn't probably use this at all. I'll tell you that right now. We just basically firefight because we have a staff of basically 2 people, a maintenance guy and a director of music who never touches this. So it's basically going to be me.
Oh, awesome.
So,
well, then this is available if it ever gets bigger. So
wouldn't that be nice? But it's actually a very elegant tool, I want to tell you. That's very cool.
Yeah. So you can see your comments log. So these are your side comments, and we'll leave it at that. Next are going to be 3 that you're going to start to use more often. So in the website, you would have to either choose publish or save as draft. In this new website, as you make changes, it is making live changes. So I'm going to add the word changes so I can for sure delete it.
Sure.
When I save it, it is going to, right now it is saving. Unsaved, now that change is saved.
Okay.
So it is making live changes, as you said. If you need to go back, click the undo button. I can go forward. And because I'm making technically changes going forward and backwards, it's constantly going to be saving that. For example, though, if I go back and I remove the changes, I undid that. If I go to newcomers,
yeah,
it is going to reset the settings. So now I can't go forward and backwards because I'm on a different page.
Space, yeah. That makes sense.
Something to keep in mind, yep. And then because I went back or I went to a new page, technically I did go to a third page, a new page. I can't undo and go back to the changes. That's something to keep in mind. But as you're making changes, they are saving them for you. So you do not have to click save as draft.
Okay.
Next is the HTML and CSS. This is the coding. If you want to take a look at that, you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Just click on it and I'll show you all these colorful words.
Sure.
Preview here is a third place where you can click preview, send link, view it through the tablet, cell phone. So enough places for you to be able to click and view. Copy the link back to editor. Once this website is published, it will forever say republish. So let's say I made changes to the home page and I added in a paragraph. Once I start to use this website, this is your website, we have published it, you will click republish to make those changes go live. So in Radius, we would click publish.
Right.
And it will go live. So the button that you will be clicking to make those changes go live is republish.
Okay.
So instead of publish, the green button, you will click the red button that'll say republish.
Also makes you aware that you've made changes since the last issue that's sitting out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes you aware of, wait, you've made some changes. Do you want to republish what's out there? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Yep. So that is the top. Now we will move on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, this is where we'll start to get a little bit into the actual website design. So you chose a template. These templates can all be changeable. So with that, you chose this fancy cursive font. It can be changed, but so these templates are all set for you. Global design is what I like to call the default design to the website. It is the template that you chose. So in the global design, if you need to change it, it will change it all throughout the website. Your paragraph example, so your paragraph, whenever you add a paragraph, all of this is the font 20. You can change the color. Here is the cursive. So that is header 1. When you are editing and add a text, you will have the option to choose between header 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is right here. And this is where you can change them in the global design text. So header 2, a little bit smaller, but the same cursive. Header 3, 4, and you can see what they look like. Those are the fonts 5 and 6. So if I were to change this to 6, it'll go to this. That makes sense? So if you need to change the settings, you can.
Is there a spot where if I wanted to change in each of the text types, you know, do I have to change? We have you guys created for us. We have our own font for all our stuff, and it's what is it? It's wonderful. It's what's it called? It's, hang on, can I add that in one place and tell it, or do I have to go to each of the headings and tell it, hang on.
So when you add a text and you
it's called Italia Standard Book and Italia Standard Medium. We use those for kind of our letterhead and things like that. Do you recommend using that to have a sort of a continuity across all our communications, or just kind of stick with what you guys have in this template? What do you suggest, Louisa?
So if you like this template, I would suggest sticking with it.
Yeah, I will. I don't need to recreate the universe. Okay, perfect. Go to the next thing. Sorry.
You're fine.
You.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Just FYI, I was a technical writer for 15 years in software and aerospace. So a lot of this, I created online help systems. So all of this is very, very familiar for me. So
cool. Makes it easier for me.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm picking up the concepts pretty quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So these are the global defaults. So if you were to change this font specifically to not be cursive, it will stay to the not cursive. So you can do that. The button here is the, it is when you hover, it'll go no color. So let's see here. There's a button on this homepage. This is the actual default. So as you can see, when you hover it, there's no color, but it'll go to this reddish kind of pinkish color. This one was set to go white. So this one was actually changed to its own setting. So as you can see, you can do that. But if you
change the text.
Yep. If you add a button, this is what it'll look like. You can do the images, select regular, a little bit more rounded edges, or circular. When you add a picture, that is what it'll look like. Rows, you can do colors. These are set as no color. So what that means is this is a row. And it'll be white. So this row in the template was set a little gray. This row has a picture within its row. So when I click on the row, I can see the settings for this row design, which has this picture. So we recommend that you just keep it blank, white. And if you need to add it a little bit more gray, you can do that.
Okay.
Background, if you wanted to the pages to actually have a whole color to it, so black instead of white, you can do that. So site layout, you can choose the default. So right now the top navigation bar, sidebar on the desktop view, or an expandable menu. Tablet has 2 options and the mobile has 2 options. So you
That's
can
neat. I probably won't change that unless somebody complains, or which I doubt is going to happen. So
now we're going to go into pages. So this is the third place that I showed you where you can navigate throughout your website. But this is the place where you can add pages and add them to your navigation menu. So for example, newcomers has sub tabs, registration, and then becoming Catholic has an extra sub tab.
But this is all just the generic one, right? If you put ours in there, our flow is a little bit different.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe, do you have faith in action content, don't you? Yeah. You have faith in. So for example, this template already has the faith in action already embedded for you. So newcomers is part of the faith in action. Our faith is part of that. So we will we'll add the other tabs, but for example, we'll keep this in here, but I'm using this as an example.
Yes.
So the newcomers has registration, becoming Catholic, and then a sub. Becoming Catholic has another sub tab.
Yeah.
So you can go up to 2 is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
so
God.
If you need to move that, you click and hold is what this website does. So if I click and hold the about page, I can drag it, and you can see the little gray.
Nice. Very nice.
Now it changes it live.
I like it. That's so great. That's so gooey. I love it.
Let's go back.
Perfect. Really nice.
And then let's say our faith. We are the church. click and hold and just move it a little bit towards the right and you see a little gray,
It goes sub, yeah.
it goes sub.
Sweet.
And it makes it live.
Oh, I love it. God, this is so easy. Oh my gosh. You have
there
no
you
idea.
go.
Love it.
So that is how you can just edit your website, the navigation. So now,
God, that's fabulous.
let's say newcomers is going to be in this button, but you don't want it on your navigation. So it's going to be, we're going to link it to a text in our pages and they can click. So newcomers, when you don't want this to be in your navigation, we have this little side menu. You can rename it and you can hide/show in navigation. So I want to hide it from all. It's going to give you this little symbol. It's going to go away, but this is technically now a page it's considered a page where you link it to a button or a text and they can click on that button. It'll take them to newcomers.
So the page doesn't go away. It's just being pulled off the navigation level. Yeah.
Right. Yep. So that's what that does. There are like Faith in Action. These will be used as buttons throughout the website. And so it is not on your navigation. Okay. So these are already embedded. Simply Catholic is this button right here. Catholic News and Perspectives. It is not on your navigation, but they are buttons and they are pages.
Okay.
So when they click on that, it's a whole new page with content. So we can do that again. You can duplicate a page. You can lock for client editing. So if you lock this, for example, if I was also an editor, I could not edit the website. Only
okay, yeah, we won't worry with that.
Page URL, if you need to edit that page URL, let's say it's newcomers, you don't really like that, we can change it. Newcomers to our included in the whole link. So you can change the page URL. Next,
you're changing the page
URL. So when they go to www. the church website / newcomers, if you were to add more to it, if you needed to add anything more to it, you can, and they'll have to go.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Then you can also, right now we already have the homepage set, but for example, if you were to click it set as homepage, this little home will appear.
Oh, okay.
Another one, set access. If you need to make a page private, it'll take you to open to everyone, protected page. So it'll have a password that will need to be entered.
That's interesting. Okay.
For example, a church has a directory, so only the church members have access to the directory.
That's clever. Okay, I like that.
So that is the settings. Delete. You can delete a page. So now we're going to go into how to add a page. So when I click this add button, you can click blank page and page URL are probably going to be the two common that you will use.
Did you hit new page? I didn't see what you hit to get this. Yeah, the red box, new page.
Yep,
gotcha.
The red button.
Yep, and it says blank page. Go ahead, sorry.
Blank page, page URL.
Yeah.
So before I go to these, for example, our services is more of a about us page, which you already have one because of the template. If you wanted to use it, you can contact us. Same, another template. You already have a contact page. These portfolio, project landing, and project page, these three are used for home pages. The template already has one, but you're more than welcome to see it and change it if you'd like.
Yeah.
So these two are going to be the most common. Blank page. We're going to do a test page because I'm going to show you widgets in a second. I'm going to add it. I added it, and it's going to add it right to the menu. If I don't want this page, I will just click hide. So I can have a test page. It'll have my header, footer, just blank page.
Yeah.
If I need to do a page URL, this is neat. For example, the online giving, if you do not want them to go to this and click on the online giving page, we can actually just direct them to the actual online giving. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to copy and paste the online giving page. This is your URL. I'm going to go into new page URL. This is the online giving, and I'm going to paste in the link. Add page. So when they click on that, I'm going to have a little global because it's going to take them. So if I click on online giving, it'll take me straight to
our online giving page. Yeah.
Yep. So that is page URL. It takes them to a different site link that it's linked to. So you have this option, or you have this template option, or just send them directly to the online giving page. So I'll keep that just in case you want to use that.
Yeah, I kind of like something new, and that's fine. And then they can click and drive to our spot. So anyway, that's cool.
So test page. So that's pages. We will go over pop-ups because pop-ups links to personalize. So personalize and pop-ups are together. This is where if church was closed and they go to your website, you can actually have a pop-up. So when they click on your website, it'll pop up like a little notification saying church is canceled. Have you ever been to a website where they have like pop-up ads?
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
Yes.
So you could have a pop-up and it'll say, if you want to use this for cancellation, or tonight is sports event. All right, so we'll go over that.
So that was under pages, pop-ups. Okay.
Pages, pop-ups. Yep.
There.
So we'll go over pop-ups and make a pop-up ourselves.
Sure.
When you use pop-ups here, this is just to maintain them. So if you need to delete it or view it, you can. Personalize.
It's not so much to create pop-up space.
Personalize is where you can edit and create more. So that's what we'll go there soon.
Okay.
Widgets. So this is where the fun comes. When you start to use widgets, you'll create your frequently used and your most popular, which is kind of redundant, right? But it has your frequently used and your popular.
Okay.
So we'll have our basics, our media, business. You are more than welcome to use these. The only one that we'll really go over is Google Calendar, because I don't really think you have a restaurant menu or Yelp reviews, but you're more than welcome to use the business. And social media, this goes into Facebook if you need to show Facebook comments, your Twitter feed, Zoom meeting. This has a template already set up for example, click and drag. It already has the template for your Zoom meeting. So your name, email, they can create enter their name, email, the password, and join the Zoom meeting from the website.
That's neat.
So let's go over the basics. So when you're adding a text, click and hold.
Wait, where are you? There's a little bit of a lag when you're doing this for me. Okay, so you were on widgets, and what was the next thing? I didn't even see what widgets.
Widgets and text.
Where are you? Oh, under basics. Okay, text, and you click and hold and drag it over.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Am I still lagging on my computer?
A tiny bit. Go ahead.
Let me stop sharing and share again. I've heard that might help sometimes. Kind of refreshes it.
Good.
Do you see that? Am I going up and down on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little better. Okay.
So I click hold, and I dragged it into the middle. So right now I am in this row 1. If you needed to create more space, so for example, I needed text in a different row, it'll create a longer blue line. That is a new insert in new row where it says it there. If I insert it here, it's going to insert here. I am in a row already.
One that exists. Gotcha. I see that.
Right. So here I'm going to close out of this one. So here I'm just doing a text. It's set to the default from the template paragraph. If you needed to change it to a header, that's where you would go there. So header 1 is set to that cursive.
Like it. Okay. We're
going to go back to paragraph. Next is, and I'm going straight to basics since these will start to be created as you use them. Basics, if you add a button, click and hold, I can actually insert a column. So the neat thing here, I'll show you what that means. So in a row, you can have multiple columns.
Okay.
So where that comes in, as you see, as I start to add, you saw that it said insert in a column, or I can actually create columns myself. So what that does is when I right click, I'm in the row settings, add a column. What that does is just kind of equally divide the row for me.
Okay, yeah. I like buttons that flow in text a lot of times, and the radius drove me nuts, and I couldn't do that, and then it would leave massive space in front of or behind the button. It made me insane. Yeah. So I just started, I gave it up and just whatever. Yeah. So this is more user friendly. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it. Okay.
So add a button. When you click, you're always going to want to click and you'll see the settings. So when you click on a picture, on a button, on a slideshow, and you'll see what I'm talking about soon, you'll always have this content and design. Content, I would remember it as what is going to be on the button, what is going to be in my picture, what is the link. Design is colors, the size of it, how big I want my button.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
So design is what it looks like. Content is what.
Okay.
The information.
What it actually, has info-wise. Okay.
Divider, you can have a divider tab. That's if you would like to divide. Right now I have 2 columns. So it's just a divider, a fancy.
Yeah.
Regular.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Okay.
Next is a spacer. This is basically another row or just space between. If you need, if you have pictures, you need some space in your website, it's a spacer.
Okay.
A large title, it's just already default set to header 1. Small title, it's header 3, as you can see there. So it's already large set.
Title, small title. Yeah. Go ahead and drag those over. Let's see what those.
So it's just already set for.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
For header 1.
Very nice. It's just like quick access instead of having to go grab it and format it. And okay.
Yep, exactly. Instead of having to. So as you can see here, I took out the button. If I want, I can find the column and I can close out of this column. Mm-hmm. And now it's back to one column, one row. Okay,
good. Yeah.
Next is header 1, header 3 templates already set for you. So the button you can download files, links. So if they click on the button, let's go back to the button. If they click on the button, you can do it to an existing page. So if they click on this button, it'll take them to the
nice. Page. Yeah, that's a cross reference. Yeah, I like that.
Website. Nice. Another one you'll probably use is email. So if they click on that on their cell phone,
it'll email somebody. Beautiful.
Click to call on their cell phone, enter the church's name phone number, and then it'll click and call them.
Yeah.
File to download, just upload your file.
God, that's freaking beautiful. And that's where we would put something like the bulletin, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. The bulletin, there's a widgets.
Okay.
That are nice for that too. File download. So this button is just specifically meant to download a file. So download file, you can change but it's just specifically for a PDF, a file, Word document.
It can be in any format, that download file.
I believe it's PDF, Word.
Excel,
yes. Yes.
Okay.
I believe if they download, you could download Publisher, but they would have to have Publisher on their computer. It's okay. So next is a list. This is where we get into a little bit of the in-depth widgets that can allow you to not have to create them on your own. So here it has a page embedded, title, paragraph, a link, and a divider. So this is a list. You don't have, content, what's going to be on your list. You don't have to have a picture.
What would be the use for this, Louisa?
This one has been used for the bulletin. This has also been, so I would have no, sorry, no.
That takes away the picture. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Takes away the picture. I can have a button, and I do not have to have paragraph. So if I delete the paragraph,
so you can, manipulate that. Yeah.
You can manipulate it. Yep. So
so using that for the bulletin, you mean it would just have like consecutive prior bulletins or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's one. You can link it. This is for an example, because I know some bulletins are from you pay a website or a service. Do you do that?
Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, so this would be just consecutive. You can always add as many as you would like.
Oh, okay.
And update them as well. So this is what a list would be.
Okay.
And it's you can manipulate it.
Got it. I like that. The components are all independent and you can plug and play and yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Columns. So like I said, those that divide, if you want 4 columns in a row, it'll insert a new row with 4 columns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need 4, so this is kind of a,
oh, wow.
One of those, for instance.
Yeah, the little, Okay.
Countdown, if you wanted a countdown, let's add the countdown.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, like you need to register for X by, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Countdown finished, set the time zone, remove cute. Counter, just all of these settings. You can choose your design. So each design of how you want the countdown to look like.
Oh, that's cute.
So, there we go. Countdown. Next. Table. Table, if you needed to create and add information, this little top blue can be changed. So a table can also be manipulated as you start to take out information. It will remove the row or the column. So email address.
So if there's nothing in that column, it takes it out. Okay.
As you add, it will add it. You can upload a CSV file.
Okay, good.
And it'll enter the information there for you.
Okay. And this was table.
Table.
Okay. And you can lock that and control the access to that. Like you were showing me if you wanted to put the parish roster in there.
Yeah, so you would probably want to go to a page. So you would click you would create a page, roster. You would maybe hide it from the navigation. So hide it, create a page, because a page can be password protected, not a widget.
Gotcha. So a widget could be on a page.
Correct.
Yeah, gotcha. So I would use this widget in the
roster page.
Dump the CSV into that. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Next is text and image. This is sometimes used for the staff page. Put an image.
Here, That's just kind of but you can always add an image into a text block, right? This is just already done for you and
already
kind of a shortcut. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay, sweet.
Next is.
So, excuse me for a second, Louisa. If it just say you bring across our staff page, is it going to put it in that format? It'll be the picture with the text next to it? Will it'll just be a page with a picture and the text next to it?
So, let me see. Is it contact us?
It's under home, I think, or our parish. It's under our parish and it says, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so we would probably use.
Back when I had hair.
We probably could use this one. Or we would use. So we have interns that design the website. So one that I've seen him use is actually in media called the photo gallery. So this one's kind of neat because you can add text to it and then have a design, and he likes to use this one. So it's like a circle of your picture and then there's text underneath it instead of in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But this is called the photo gallery, which is what this is.
Mm.
So you can have a different
But
design.
when it comes across, when you populate our website with our content.
So we manually add everything.
Okay. And that's something you'll do for us, or do I have to request that, or?
We do that for you.
Okay.
What you'll request is what you, I guess, don't want us to add over. So for example, you said there were some pages that are duplicates or old. So for example, if programs children it was not necessary anymore, you would just tell us don't add it. If you want us to just add everything, we can add all the pages.
Yeah, that's what I'll have you do, because I can always go in and delete pages.
Right. Text, image, copyright. It's already the copyright symbol if you need to copyright anything.
Okay.
Accordion. This one's nice. This was on your homepage where you can click and see the information.
Okay.
This is used sometimes for mass times to show. Schools have used this for sports events, softball, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose the different templates.
That's a good use of space. Oh, I like those. Yeah.
Different arrows.
Yeah.
You can only show one expand at a time. You can remove that to where if you expand one, you can expand all of them.
Oh,
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next is tabs. This is also kind of just to show information, just in a neater way. Tabs, they can click through them.
Oh, you can have tabs on a mini page, on a page. That's wild.
Yeah.
And the tab can drive you to some other page.
Yes, you can edit the link, to it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an image on this tab, but you can keep
That's
specifics.
Crazy. Yeah. So many options in navigation. That's crazy.
Another design.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tabs. Those are all the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Media. So here I just want to add an image.
Yep. I do that all the time.
Image. As you start to add images, you will start to see this is your library. So you'll upload because you don't have those images in your website yet. And then once you upload it, you will click on it. You'll select and it'll appear. Did I click on an image? I click on a blank one. You can edit it. You can make it smaller. You can create a border. One thing that you'll start to see too with this website is the spacing. So on a website, you will be able to move its spacing within the row. So if the content of it, so in design, you can choose the width. If this is not, I guess, the size that you want it to be, in spacing, you can actually do that yourself. The outer side will actually move it within the row.
Yeah. Wow. So that's just like in Microsoft, you can, the spacing around the image and so forth, inline and floating and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yep.
That's elegant.
Image slider. So this is where the slideshow. You don't have to have text where you can add as many photos as you want.
Cool.
Text
and they're just rotating through as the person's on the page.
Exactly. You can choose.
So cool.
1 second. So every 1 second, it'll change the image. Autoplay. If they hover over it, where is it? hover over, it shows the arrows. It stops when you hover. You can stop it. Pause slideshow on hover. It pauses it. So all these different settings, and add as many images. So this is your slideshow. Next is the photo gallery, which is down here. This one has some space in between the images. And as I showed you, you can change the different ways you can show photos. So you can add more pictures. I'm going to add more pictures just to show.
Okay.
So as I add more pictures and I choose the different design, it'll lay it out for me.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
In that design, you can make these all.
That looks like Snapfish or any of those.
Yeah.
Those photo collage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So you can choose
what you doing?
What you like to do. Photo gallery. You can make them a button. You don't have to have these the text. You can just make them pictures like this one.
Yeah.
Nothing happens when you hover over it.
Okay.
Next is icon. So icon and shape are two of the same. It's kind of like buttons, but they're icons. Shape is just hearts, circles, squares. An icon you can actually search. So choose icon. You can actually like an actual icon, whether it be working out, a computer instead of a circle, diamond, triangle is what shapes is. And you can link the icon to the homepage, website, again, like a button. It's just an icon instead of a button or the shapes.
Okay, gotcha.
So another way to create. So for example, let's see if there's any on here. These are technically icons.
Right.
Video, if you have a YouTube video.
Yes. We sometimes put Bishop Barron's videos up there. Yeah.
You just copy and paste the YouTube link and it'll be ready to play.
Perfect. Love it. Any video, right? Like if I shot a video of something. Or does it have to be filtered through YouTube?
I believe so. There's 3 different sections. YouTube. I don't know if you use either of these two.
Oh, Vimeo. Yeah, I know that one.
And Daily Motion.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it needs to be in those formats. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
That's right.
Media. So video before and after. This is a widget. Can be kind of fun if you have like the school. Some schools use this first day of school, last day of school, before and after kind of picture.
That's cute. Yeah. Oh, wow. We should do that because we're putting up a new building. We should put it before and after. Yeah. It's fun.
Audio. Do you do podcasts?
We don't, but you never know.
Yeah. So podcasts, you would use SoundCloud or Mixcloud.
Right. Yeah.
You just copy and paste the URL and it'll be ready to listen.
Perfect. Love it.
And then I don't think this one you'll use. This is more of an animation.
Yeah. It's cool. It's available if we ever get available. People. Okay.
So that was media. Business. Do you have a calendar on your website?
We don't. We do, but we don't use it. I mean, it was never updated. Like I would love to put the parish calendar. We do have simple things, but yeah.
Okay. So we would use Google Calendar.
Yeah, we use that. That'd be awesome.
So we would just sign into your Google Calendar and choose the calendar that you wanted to show.
Perfect.
And that's it.
That's fabulous. Okay.
Let's see which one's another one. Business map is already in the contact. You can add it if you'd like to. It would just be a map, enter your address, and it'll show the location of the church. Contact form is already on the contact page. Coupon. So all these different widgets that you can use. Next, let's see here. So next is the content. So in Radius, you would go to media and view your media. So whether that be your images, we would use our media, right?
Yeah.
So now we would go to content, site content.
Hold on, contents, okay.
Content, site content, image, manage images, and you manage your files. So let's say you had 20 pictures, you can just go ahead and upload these into your images. We also have free images that you're more than welcome to use. You can search for images.
Oh, good. Yep.
And use what we have available. So that is images. Your files will actually be separate, so you can upload your files.
This was under content, right? Content, images. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the files are different. Good. Yep. Images, files. Good.
Content, site content.
Content and site content. Okay. And images. That's interesting. That's kind of buried. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of buried because as you start to add images, you're already technically doing that. So when I click on this widget,
content.
This is a photo gallery, and when I click to add image, it already pops up the folder. So this folder right here, your picker, is essentially the content site images. It's just smaller. It's just smaller.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 ways to navigate to images. Okay.
Yes. Here is just a bigger view if you needed to edit your images, delete what you've already had uploaded. Your uploaded images.
And again, that was content, site content, images, manage images. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll see it when I'm in the little picker. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see here. So personalize. You are more than welcome. Let's let it load. There we go. So we have all of these rules that you can choose from. So these, I have not been through all of these, so I'm not sure what all of them do. The most one that I say that I've seen people create is just build your own, because they're mostly for reminders. So when you click build your own, your rules and your triggers. So let's just say choose which device types that you want your trigger, your rule to go. So we're going to click on display to all visitors. We don't even have to have a trigger. We can just display to everyone when they go to your website.
Okay.
A new row is a section on the top of the site that will display when the rule is activated. A row on your website will be added. Notification bar will appear across at the top. We can customize this pop-up. It'll be a pop-up that'll appear when it's so we're going to do a pop-up that way I can show you, because a notification and a new row is kind of self-explanatory. So I want you to see what a pop-up looks like. Pop-up, we can do it anywhere, but typically, the home page, because the home page is already there. It'll show up immediately once they get on the website. So when I click that, it already has a format for you. You can add your widgets. As you can see, widgets is still available to click on. So you can add an image. I don't need this button. Let's just say, hi there. Canceled due to weather. Next, I can do pop-up settings. You can make this thicker. You can exaggerate the color if you need, make sure that they see it, border. So all these different settings. So let's say we're done. Church canceled. We want to save it as this is the rule, display rule once per visitor. So if the system will recognize if they are visiting a second time. You
Uh-huh.
want it every time, just leave it blank, save
Okay.
rule. So now it's saved successfully. At this point, if you were published, you would have to click republish for it to go live, remember?
Uh-huh.
So now in personalize, you have your church canceled. You can preview it. You can rename it, edit the trigger or the action, deactivate it. So once it's done, you will need to deactivate the pop-up. You can
Will it
then,
leave it in a list there in case you need it later?
yes, it'll leave it here.
Okay.
So that is where pages comes in. Pages, pop-ups, you can essentially just view the pop-ups
Yep,
that you have created.
I like that. Yep.
So here, if you just need to see what pop-ups you have, but personalize is where you would activate it, deactivate it, edit it.
Create them. Yeah. Okay.
So that is the difference. I am going to delete because when you publish, it will pop up.
Yeah.
So pop-ups, as you can see, it's still there. We'll just want to delete them on both ends.
Use at a different time. Okay.
Yep.
What did it say? Rename or activate?
Rename or delete.
But how do you reactivate it if you want to use it again?
Personalize, and there in that button it said deactivate, and when I clicked deactivate, it had the word activate.
But you removed it from the list, but that was just by choice, right? It could sit there even though it's not activated.
Right.
Correct. Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So when I activate it, the button will change to activate. So it'll go activate or deactivate or activate.
Yeah.
E-commerce, you actually won't see that on your end, or the App Store. Blog, if you would like to use this, you are more than welcome to. This is kind of a place, some churches use this for a newsletter. You can add a blog, manage your posts. Kind of just when you click on new post, it allows you to essentially create, essentially blog is maybe the pastor likes to write, and so he would put his name.
Okay.
And you would start to create posts. I can show you what one looks like. And so when they click on the blog, it's a nice format, a way for readers, the church to see the information. Or some churches have little diaries the pastor likes to write to the church. Yeah. So that is a place for you to do that. So this is kind of what it looks like. You can add Facebook, you can just add a little bit of content, but it's just a little fancy blog post.
Cool. Okay.
We're going to click back. It took us back, and we're done with the blog. So now, once we were done with the blog, it took us out of the blog. So it's kind of a separate place. Settings. If you have any questions with any of the above, we mostly take care of this for you.
Okay.
Site URL. The only thing here that I would suggest to know is the backup site. So as you start to create and save and republish, you will have site backups.
Okay.
In Radius, the only thing you could do was show deleted pages. So online giving, if you deleted a page, you can find it and restore it.
Okay.
If you were to have deleted anything on your site navigation, you would have to redo it.
Okay.
The neat thing with this new website is, let's say yesterday you made change. Yesterday your website was perfect and it was what you had it. Today you made changes and it is not what you wanted it to be. You can always go back to yesterday's website because you know it was fine. So you'll see here, you'll start to see here, currently there are no backups because we haven't had anything saved. We haven't done any drastic changes. And we'll be able to restore.
Do you automatic backups at night or something, or overnight, or?
Not overnight. It's every time you republish.
Okay.
So
it will only be the prior last version.
Yes.
that was published. Okay.
And then if you make drastic changes, let's say you spent 5 hours on the website and you've made changes to almost every page, it will save that. It will consider that kind of like a publish.
Okay.
Because you made a lot of changes.
Okay.
Any questions? Pretty much.
Well, probably 1,000, but not at the moment. It's more of a, after you guys populate with our content, I'll look at it and see how it's navigating and cut down that menu, and you know what I mean?
Yes. So I will.
That'll be the time when I'm more interested in, okay.
Right.
Yeah, and they come across pretty seamlessly, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I wanted on that home page to add a picture, you know, of our people on that base page.
I would need that.
You need it.
Yes.
Okay, so what else do you need? Because I would definitely, this is going to be.
For example, right now, if you were to tell me move everything over, I would be moving the content over. So let me.
Yes, and it's using your pictures right now.
And it's using the pictures of the template.
Yeah.
So once, let's see here. So we would add this YouTube video, we'd add all this information. We would add, let's see if there's any specific pictures. So if there's any, because I'm assuming the website probably doesn't have a lot of pictures, we would leave these until you're ready. You can send me a file whenever you're ready. You can send me the pictures over. I would just need the note.
You just need to know what goes where. You still there? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. You would just need to know what goes where.
So when, like in the home page, you would just tell me picture number 1 would be for the home page. Pictures, religious education. If you wanted to change these, you would just send me pictures for these.
Sure. Yeah.
And we can go ahead and just change those real quickly.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll leave this until you're ready and you have the pictures for us. Or if you already have it now, you can just send it to me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you the artwork that someone had taken photographs of our church a couple of years ago, and
yes,
they're nicely done, really. But that's what we used on the other website too. So, okay. So when do you think you guys are going to migrate this over? You're just waiting for us to tell you?
So at the end of the day, today, I will notify our intern. He works Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So he will, I'm assuming
get to it next week. Okay.
On Monday, he'll probably start. He gets it done pretty quickly. So you should hear back from me next week that we have moved everything over.
Can you tell me I can launch a go live?
Let's see here.
Like I want to on a specific day, or, you know, to tell the parish.
Yeah, we can kind of go for a, let's see.
Hey, Linus, come here.
Let me see here.
Is that to go live maybe on Pentecost, which is June 5th? Or that weekend?
Oh yeah, for sure. We can.
I know it's in the future, but for me, I mean, I can just, it's the birthday of the church, and I can tell people, you know, here's something
new website
we've done to kind of make it a fun and cool and exciting thing. And
let me just double check. I don't think we have anything too crazy. Yes. So once the website is ready and it's to your liking, we will be ready to publish it. Do you know who manages your domain?
Who manages our domain? The SanRoqueParish.org.
Yes, this domain is managed by, and it's a specific company.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm gonna look on my.
So what, if we were to have managed your domain, I would have been able to do it really quickly, but that may be something to look into to see who manages it. What you would do is I would send you records. So there's kind of like coordinates.
Yeah.
Is what I like to say is coordinates to change it from routing to radius to the new website. So we would send those coordinates to the company that manages your domain, and they would just change it for you.
Okay. Yeah. So when people type sanrokeparish.org, they get
this. Mm-hmm. So if we publish your website and we're ready, we still need to change the coordinates of where it goes to.
Who is the domain? I have to look it up. It's been 1,000 years.
That's fine.
Okay. To change. Okay. And then we just request it. And we'll do June 4-5 weekend. Okay.
Awesome. 4-5. I will write that down. Our goal is 4-5.
Yeah, I mean, he can migrate it all over, and it's just, and can I get in there and look at it and schmutz it and push it around?
You can constantly go in and look at it too.
Yeah, and play with it and get it set up and ready, really, is what I would hope to do.
If you want to do today, you can do whatever you want. I will let him to know to just start moving the content over.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and move it over, and then I can get in there and start rearranging it and making it look a little more streamlined.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, let me stop this recording.